For all his embracement of soft Hindutva, for all the Hindu imagery that Rahul Gandhi has made a part of his everyday electioneering this season, the Ram Mandir issue has continued to be a very touchy topic for the Congress party. Well, today, after the Apex Court deferred the hearing in the Ayodhya title suit case, Rahul Gandhi for the first time broke his silence on the Ram Mandir issue, and he did it in response to a question from India Today's Supriya Bharadwaj. In an exclusive reaction to our correspondent, the Congress president said that the matter is sub-judice, but further added, importantly, that the narrative for the 2019 elections should be development, jobs for the youth, and not Mandir. Well, the BJP has slammed Rahul Gandhi and said that he doesn't have any concern for the Ram temple and Lord Ram. Earlier, Prime Minister Narendra Modi also lashed out at the Congress for delaying the Ayodhya case.
But Ram temple is sub-judice, as I said there. So let the Supreme Court go ahead with what they have.
Do you somewhere feel the narrative of 2019 will be Ram?
Narrative of 2019 basis. The central piece of the narrative, youngsters, is jobs for India's young. Rozgar is central. The second narrative is destruction of the economy by Narendra Modi. Third narrative is education and healthcare for the Indian people. And last narrative is immense corruption done by Mr. Narendra Modi and stealing of 30,000 crores and giving it to his friend Mr. Anil Ambani. Those are the narratives.
राहुल गांधी ने आज स्पष्ट किया कि राम लल्ला से उनका कोई वास्ता नहीं, मंदिर से उनका कोई वास्ता नहीं। देश की जनता को राहुल गांधी के वक्तव्य से बिल्कुल अचंभित होने की जरूरत नहीं, क्योंकि ये वही गांधी परिवार है जिसने एक न्यायालय में ये एफिडेविट दिया कि भगवान राम का कोई अस्तित्व ही नहीं है।
Congress President Rahul Gandhi has said that Ram Temple is a sub-judice matter, and the narrative of the 2019 will be built upon the other four issues also, which is the job crisis, that of the farm distress, and at the same time the rampant corruption, and finally talking about the facilities which can be given in terms of the education, infrastructure and health to the people.
Definitely, it is a fact that Ram Temple issue is a sub-judice matter. The title suit is pending before the Supreme Court. Now it is BJP, RSS combined, which is dictating to the Parliament, dictating to.
देखिए, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अंदर न्यायिक प्रक्रिया है और उस प्रक्रिया पे मैं कोई कमेंट नहीं करना चाहूँगा, और जो भी सुप्रीम कोर्ट में मेरिट पे केस सुना चाहना चाहिए और अपनी प्रक्रिया कानून अपना काम करे।
Supriya Bharadwaj is the journalist who asked that question to Rahul Gandhi and has managed to extract the first response from Rahul Gandhi so far. Supriya, it's amazing because not only has Rahul broken his silence on what has proven to be a very touchy topic for the Congress leadership this election season, but he's also said something very significant, hasn't he, Supriya? He has said that in 2019 the narrative will be set by jobs and employment and not the Ram Mandir, and that alone has drawn a lot of attack from the BJP, including people like Smriti Irani.
Well, Shiv, he has nowhere said that Ram Temple is not an issue. What he has said is exactly this, that the matter is sub-judice, and till the time the court doesn't decide, there is no point commenting on it. Apart from the Ram Temple, there will be four other key issues which will be playing a major, play a role as far as the run-up to 2019 is concerned, which includes that of the job crisis, at the same time the farm distress, and then the issue of the rampant corruption, which includes the Rafale issue, and finally talking about the education, health and medical facilities which have been given to the people in the last 4 years, and what Congress plans to do in coming years. He has found a support from all the other opposition leaders also, including the left parties as well as the Aam Aadmi Party also, which is saying that whenever BJP has no other issue, they run and hide behind the Ram Temple issue. This is what the opposition is saying. They are saying categorically that when they are asking questions about the job losses, about about the unemployment in the country, when they're talking about the farm distress, the agrarian crisis, when they're talking about the corruption issues and want a Prime Minister to come and answer on the Rafale issue, that time the BJP and RSS come up with the issue of Ram Temple, which is being heard in the Supreme Court. So certainly the opposition is saying that why doesn't government come and talk about issues which are hitting the day-to-day people's life? What about the jobs which were promised to the youngsters by the Prime Minister during the 2014 campaign as the then Prime Minister candidate of the BJP? So certainly here the opposition led by the Congress and then again the Congress President Rahul Gandhi is trying to send a message loud and clear that they will fight on the issues which includes the job crisis and the farm crisis, and whereas as far as the Ram Temple is concerned, which is a slightly touchy issue, they would like to skirt it by saying that matter is sub-judice. We are not going to interfere into that matter till the time the verdict is out, and the BJP and RSS as they are building up have to talk about the muddas of the country which are affecting the people.
Okay, Supriya, stay with me because the Supreme Court has deferred the hearing in the Ayodhya title suit case, which it heard for just 60 seconds this morning. The case will now be heard by a new bench which will be constituted by the 10th of January. Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi will form an appropriate bench for the crucial Ayodhya case. The new bench will decide on the timeline of the case hearing. Right-wing groups are upping the ante against the BJP government, demanding that they should bring an ordinance to build the Ram Temple. However, Prime Minister Modi has said that the ordinance can only be brought in after the legal process is complete.
कोर्ट का जब फैसला इस तरह का आता है, पिछले दोनों बारों में तो देश की जनता में एक निराशा का स्वभाव पैदा जरूर हुआ है, लेकिन देश के लोग हमारी संवैधानिक सर्वोच्च संस्था न्यायिक संस्था पर पूरा में विश्वास है और अपेक्षा करते हैं कि कोर्ट भी देशवासियों की और करोड़ों लोगों की राम भक्तों की भावनाओं को समझेंगे और इस मामले में राम मंदिर के मार्ग प्रशस्त करने का प्रयास करेंगे।
अगर एक बाबर ने तोड़ दिया तो मुझे दर दर भटकना पड़ रहा है। अगर बाबर के समर्थक, जिन्ना के समर्थक खड़े हो जाएंगे तो हम कहां जाएंगे, क्या करेंगे? हमने तो यही कहा है और मैं ये सच कहा हूं, दिल की बात कहा हूं, तमाम वो बहुमत हिंदुओं की बात कहा।
3 साल में आज प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन ये पहुंची है कि इस जस्टिस को डिले डिनाई करना, इसमें पहली कसूरवार कांग्रेस है। कांग्रेस रोड़ा अटकाना बंद करे और एफिडेविट वापिस ले, नहीं तो जनता माफ नहीं करेगी।
इस सरकार को अपने इसी कार्यकाल में संसद में कानून पास करा करके राम जन्मभूमि पर राम मंदिर बनाने का रास्ता प्रशस्त करना चाहिए।
Supriya is still with us. So Supriya, all set for the 10th of January. That's when a bench will be constituted to take this issue forward. So, you know, both sides, you know, the BJP and the RSS have one view. The Congress has said the issue is sub-judice. So finally, there is some forward movement and something to look forward to as far as the resolution of this long-standing issue is concerned.
Well, as far as this issue is concerned, Shiv, all the political parties are saying that somewhere the solution should be arrived at. They are saying that let the court decide, let there be day-to-day hearing, and at the same time also they are saying that the matter should be left to be decided by the Supreme Court. Now, from 10th of January, when the hearing is going to start, it is a very positive way, as many stakeholders we spoke to have been saying that they were looking forward for this day when the entire issue start hearing, because so far it is completely in a limbo. The matter has been there. So finally, when the forward moving pace will be picked up, in a way the courts will decide the biggest debate of the country about the Ram Temple and the Babri Masjid.
Absolutely. Okay, so it's going to be interesting to see how it happens. This came up last year. The Chief Justice had said it's not a priority. The hearings will take place in January, February, March. Jan 10th is when it's going to happen. Okay, joining me live now to take this discussion forward, Tuhin Sinha, leader of the BJP and author, Desh Ratan Nigam, lawyer and supporter of the RSS, Javed Ansari, senior journalist, also with us on the phone line. I want to first go across to Tuhin Sinha for a reaction. Tuhin, Rahul Gandhi saying the narrative in 2019 will not be set by the Ram Mandir issue or the Ram Mandir issue alone, but by jobs and development. How are you reading this particular comment? Because these are the first comments that Rahul Gandhi has made on the issue.
Well, two things. Number one, he once again sidestepped the entire issue of Ram Temple, because when he merely says the issue is sub judice, that's something which even a kid in this country knows what was new in it. But yes, when he says the agenda for 2019 will be jobs and employment and development, I think he was lying once again, because that has always been our agenda. We talk about the Ayushman Bharat, we talk about Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, we talk about Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. His agenda has been chaos, falsehood and anarchy. If you see what has happened in the last 2 days in Parliament. So yes, it will be our development agenda versus his falsehood, as I can see it as of today.
Okay, so you're saying your agenda versus his falsehood. Javed Ansari, senior journalist, is also with us on the phone line. The Congress party declined to be part of this discussion. Javed, Rahul Gandhi saying that the issue is sub judice is something that the Congress has said before. How are you reading the additional comment that he made? You know, considering, Javed, that so far, you know, the issue has been a pretty tricky one, and the BJP has constantly tried to pin down the Congress in taking a stand on the Ram Mandir issue.
Well, that is precisely the reason why Rahul, the Congress party and the rest of the opposition do not want the Ram Temple issue to be to dominate the narrative leading up to and during the 2019 general elections. They are taking great encouragement from what happened in the 3 states last month where elections were held. Despite repeated attempts, despite projecting Mr. Yogi Adityanath in a huge manner, this issue failed to draw any traction. The BJP failed in its bid to make the souffle rise twice. I have just spent a fortnight in Uttar Pradesh. I've just come back a couple of hours ago, and I can tell you right now, this issue is not something that either excites or agitates the minds of people in Uttar Pradesh. So therefore, there are other pressing issues. The BJP, for its part, it's understandable. The BJP would want to mix this issue. They've got where they have, to a large extent, on account of the fact that they were in the forefront of the Ram Mandir movement. So therefore, they would want to milk it politically for whatever it's worth.
Okay.
But as far as the other political parties are concerned, I don't think what is objectionable in what Rahul or the others are saying, that this will not be issues of day-to-day, that economic issues that matter to people should actually decide the narrative, not emotive issues.
Okay, Tuhin, do you want to, do you have a response to that? Javed suggests that Rahul Gandhi hasn't fallen into the BJP's trap of speaking about the Ram Mandir issue. I mean, you can dismiss him saying that this is sub judice as childish, etc. But ultimately, what Javed says is it's a tactical decision not to enter a conversation with the BJP to make the Ram Mandir bigger.
So Shiv, 2 things over here. Number one, if you heard the Prime Minister's interview on the 1st of January, and also what our Law Minister Shri Ravi Shankar Prasad has been saying, while we stand committed to the construction of the Ram Temple, we would follow the constitutional means for it. We would wait for the court verdict. But yes, at a later date, if the court process is an infinite process or subsequent to the court judgment, we don't rule out the process of an ordinance. But our commitment is clear. Rahul Gandhi shies away from making his point clear. That is the core difference over here. Number 2, when he talks about development, there's a huge difference between, as you say in Hindi, kathni and karni. Look at his behavior in the last 2 days. Has he been focusing on development, on jobs or employment? He has been misleading the country on Rafale. He has been lowering the discourse. After being explained the entire process of an offset in a deal like this, he still comes out and makes the same allegations कि आपने अनिल अंबानी को 30,000 करोड़ हाथ में दे दिया. So, I mean, do you really expect him to have development and jobs as his agenda? His agenda is merely to mislead the country. And, like I said at the start, the elections will be about our development agenda versus his falsehood versus his anarchy.
Okay. I want to bring in Deshratan Nigam as well in on this. Sir, the RSS and the BJP have both tried to criticize Rahul Gandhi for not taking a stand. You've said that there are many leaders who speak about it lower down in the rung in the Congress, but the leadership of the Congress party has never done that. Isn't that just a political strategy not to, feed this entire Ram Mandir narrative before 2019 and therefore not to fall into any kind of political trap for Rahul Gandhi?
See, let me tell you, I have seen every spokesperson of theirs, the Congress, is speaking and asking BJP when the Ram temple will be built. So they are all into, just one bandwagon saying Ram temple should be built. But if the top leadership remains quiet, which means they are trying to sail in two boats, which is quite dangerous for them for 2019. I think people are not fooled. They can see through their plans. Now, second is the fact that about the Supreme Court, Supreme Court, just 4 days, after 4-5 days, they'll hear the matter. And it will all depend on the course of action that the Supreme Court takes. RSS has also made it very, very clear that they want an ordinance route, and I hope the Supreme Court either fast tracks it and delivers a judgment, whichever way it is. If it is not, I am sure there is no legal bar as a lawyer, I can tell you, in bringing about an ordinance.
But do you see any problem with Rahul Gandhi's comment today, where he has said that this matter is sub-judice and therefore I will comment on it only after the court has taken a view on it? That's been the Congress's stand all this while.
The fact remains, on one hand, when you are running from temple to temple and you are tracing the path of Ram in Madhya Pradesh.
So you're saying there's a hypocrisy
there is an inherent hypocrisy, not only in him, across all leadership. And when they say saffron terror and when they say Hindu Taliban, there's inherent contradiction in their own ideology.
Okay. Javed, has this been a concern for the Congress party, considering Rahul's open embracement of this soft Hindutva, the temple runs, the Janedhari image, etc., and contrasting it with this kind of reluctance to get on the record and speak with greater clarity on the Ram Mandir issue? Has it been a problem for them?
No, it is not. In fact, I have a bone to pick with this argument. Do these people believe that all those who go to temples, all those who are practicing Hindus, everybody wants this the Ayodhya temple to be built at any cost, even disregarding the judicial process? My own view is no. There are a lot of people practicing religious, God-fearing Hindus who believe that yes, while a temple must be built in Lord Ram's memory in Ayodhya, they must wait for the judicial process to play itself out. So therefore, for the Congress party or for anybody else to take that position, I think there is nothing objectionable. It's also perfectly understandable what the BJP and the RSS want. They want it done much because it fits the timeline. Okay. The Lok Sabha elections will happen in about 130 days from now, and they want it to be done just before that so that they can reap the political dividends.
Okay, point noted. Do you buy that argument, Tuhin, that not everyone who goes to a temple needs to have a view on the Ram Mandir as well? I mean, of course, Rahul Gandhi is not just any common citizen. He is, the leader of one of India's biggest parties, aspires to power in the Lok Sabha elections as well. But do you buy that argument, Tuhin? That too much is being made out of Rahul Gandhi not having a distinct view on the Ram Mandir?
Well, not in the case... not in the case of Rahul Gandhi. I would not agree with that argument in the case of Rahul Gandhi, because under Rahul Gandhi, the Congress has very shrewdly patronized hypocrisy of the worst kind. So for, what Rahul Gandhi has made Congress out to be is a party of the Hindus, or he has tried to make it a party of the Hindus during the day, and post sunset, they have these closed-door meetings. Kamal Nath has these closed-door meetings where they tell the Muslims, कि हम आपकी party हैं. So this hypocrisy is what we have a problem with. It is okay to not have a stand. It is okay to, visit a temple. But the hypocrisy which Congress has exuded, the religious bipolarity which Congress has exuded under Rahul Gandhi is something which is exceptional and something which is very embarrassing to the discourse of the country.
Okay, embarrassing to the discourse of the country. Jan 10th, Mr. Deshratan, is going to be when the hearings will begin in the Supreme Court. The frequency of hearings will be decided at that point. all eyes are now going to be on the Supreme Court, because this is an issue that has stretched on for way too long. There was criticism last year, when the Supreme Court said it's not a priority, it's going to happen in Jan, Feb, March. Are we likely to finally see an end to it? Because we've got the hearings that are going to start on January the 10th. Then you're going to have the elections coming up. I mean, this is going to be a very central issue, whether anyone likes it or not.
If the Supreme Court takes it seriously, as a lawyer, let me tell you, this hearing should not take more than 15 days, because if they do it on a day-to-day basis, because everything has been crystallized, the issues have been decided, finding of facts are already there on record, evidence is already there on record. They don't have to take any new evidence, they don't have to entertain any new parties. So everything is there, prepared and right in front of them. In fact, if they read the file beforehand, it would be the best, and they can save a lot of time. So I hope the Supreme Court takes it seriously, and so that it is decided sooner than later, and parties are not allowed to do politics on it. That is one thing Supreme Court can do, and end the matter, and anybody who supports the cause will benefit, whether it is any party, if anybody takes an open stand, I am sure they are going to benefit in the elections. And Ram Mandir and development are parallel narrative. In fact, the Ram Mandir and Ram Raj, enhances the development narrative. It is not in contradistinction or contradiction with the other narrative. So to say that if we focus on Ram Mandir, the development narrative will go out, no. It is going on, the narrative is going on. None of these schemes get stopped, none of the schemes get change their course. So let's be very clear, these are two parallel narratives going at the same time.
Okay. Tuhin, final word. With the Supreme Court finally beginning the hearings on January the 10th, I just want to try and understand, because elections are around the corner. Nobody can ignore the fact that elections are there. The parties can say till kingdom come that there is nothing political about the whole Ram Mandir issue. Of course it is political. I am simply asking, is the BJP counting on, either closure on this issue or, more clarity on where things are headed as they go into the elections?
Well, absolutely. We would want the judgment to come out as early as possible, because this is a battle which has been going on from 1528. It has been 490 years now. So it's about time the judgment comes out, and you are aware of who are the people who have tried to delay the verdict. And the number one person over there is the lawyer Kapil Sibal. But moreover, Rajiv Gandhi had allowed Shilanyas to happen over there. In fact, in an interview, while speaking to a journalist hours before his death, he is said to have said, जब उनसे पूछा गया था राम मंदिर कहाँ बनेगा, and he had mentioned that where else but in Ayodhya. So this Congress is not in sync with even the thoughts of Rajiv Gandhi. As far as we are concerned, we have been very consistent in the last 30 years about our stand. While we unequivocally stand for the construction of the Ram Temple, we would follow the constitutional process and we would wait for the verdict to come out. And obviously, the law minister himself, in his personal capacity, has appealed to the Supreme Court to expedite the verdict.
Okay. Thanks very much to all three of you gentlemen for joining me on this discussion. Like Deshratan Nigam just said, it's only a few more days. It's 6 more days until the Supreme Court takes up the hearing. We'll have to see whether it takes only 15 days or it takes longer, it spills out over the elections, happens before that. A lot of suspense over what's going to happen. The one thing we can all be sure of is this is an issue that requires a full and final conclusion. Let's hope for that. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining me.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.